These crosses aren't dropping shit.
The anime is slightly funny at times. I'll give it that. It's moderately funny. Maybe that's why I watched it, just because it was easy to watch. It's nothing like too serious. You see, one of the things about anime, I think I've said this before, is that since I don't have much time to watch anime, it's like if an anime starts to take like a very serious turn, I stop watching it because I don't want to get to like the middle of the plot and then I just can't get back to it for another few days. But this anime was not like that. It was like there was nothing really that serious going on, so I could just continue watching like one episode a day and not have to worry about it ending in like a really strange place. Why did you buy a 96 level map?
Dude, when you start bringing it up, man.
Dude, I told you, the way that the levels work in this game, you get less XP if you fight things that are higher level than you.
We'll see what happens.
There's
We'll
nothing
get
to
better
see
gear.
if what happens. It's math.
You get better gear for once.
That you can't use yet.
You might be, depending on your stats.
My stats are garbage. I think Alex is secretly plotting against me. He just wants to see me be broke.
You've already died on the easy one, so why would I need to buy anything harder?
You're just like you're just evil, man. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully I have something constructive to tell you guys about next time. Something decent, something that you'll actually watch. I'm sorry.
Well, next week I'll have a few I would have watched. I'll give some. Well, Premier will watch it for sure because he already has it. Give him time to watch it when I'm done watching it.
I have it already?
Yeah, you have the English version of it already.
Oh, okay. If only I could just quit life and just watch anime all day. I'd still be behind. It would take me like a year and a half to catch up. I'm on fire. So, remember I was telling you guys about, like an idea, like a rumor that I saw on the web about them possibly changing the PS4 chip, and you guys said that you didn't think that was, well, I remember specifically Dylan said they wouldn't probably do it because of they would split their player base if like they had two PS4s and one was more powerful than the other. You remember this conversation?
Yeah.
Alright, so I did some research and it actually turns out that there was a situation in the past where Sony did this, but not, it wasn't drastic. Alright, so when the PS3 originally came out, it used a certain chip, you know, whatever. I can't remember exactly what fabrication it was. I want to say that it was like 60 nanometer or something like that. And then it actually turns out that when the PS3 Slim came out, it used a different chip. It's just that it wasn't significantly more powerful. What happened is they shrink the node on the chip. I don't remember what the size of the node was, like maybe 40 nanometer or something, but it was a different chip, and the major thing was that it used less energy, like it used less power. which I wasn't aware of. I just thought that the PS3 Slim was just like a smaller version of the same hardware. But it turns out that's not the case. It actually has happened where where Sony has reiterated the hardware, and even though it's just as powerful, it uses less electricity. So it is, now that I know that, it is maybe possible that they do revise the PS4, just that it may not be much more powerful, maybe like 5% more powerful, but maybe 30-40% more power per watts.
Yeah, you're talking about like a sim version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Xbone did that this year. They're using a different chip that actually makes loading a little bit faster.
Okay.
Oops.
Did you just put out a waypoint?
I did. Yeah, where do you go?
I was scratching off something on my
Oh, freaking Alex just ran
on
away.
my notepad. Why is this waypoint here?
I misclicked.
Why did I just die?
Yeah, there was a leap behind that. Waypoint.
Everybody's against me today.
Oh fuck! I just got murdered. That's not fair.
So speaking of tech, I was reading this article that I thought was, it actually blew me away. I did not know this. Well, I knew it to some extent, but I didn't know that it was this bad. So I was reading an article about the R&D costs of different companies. And does anybody want to guess? I actually don't remember the exact numbers, but does anybody want to guess how much R&D Intel does every year, like dollar-wise?
Probably $5 billion.
I imagine it's up there.
What's your guess, Dylan? Millions, billions, trillions?
I'll go with 25 million.
Okay, so Alex is the closest. It is in the billions. I can't remember how much, but it's in the billions. They invest in their R&D every year, which makes a lot of sense because, like I've said before, their floating point performance is unmatched, and a lot of scientific research relies on their processing power, their number crunching power. That's actually more than AMD, Radeon, and Nvidia put together, because they're only in the millions every year, and that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
That is. Yeah, I was thinking of like hardware manufacturers usually are in the 25 to 30 million.
Yeah.
But that's way up there.
Yeah. So mad props Intel. Now, what I want to know is, where is the money going though? Because in recent years, the processors have only improved like 5% a year, 10% a year, maybe. So where is all that money going? It's definitely not going into my Torchlight skills. I've said this before, I honestly think that they're holding back because of the market, because
Come on.
because there's so little resistance in the CPU market right now. They have no need to keep pushing technology. I think that's probably it. But it could also be that it's gotten to the point where more gigahertz is not better. Like we've kind of hit a wall in technology. Like it's gotten to a point where we have to exponentially spend money to make processors better because the technology is just not there yet. That being said, we've come a long way in the past 10 years.
Yeah. Somebody announced the proof of quantum computing this last week.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that's a very interesting thing.
I think it was Google. They were testing out a chip. I forgot who the company was that made it. But it's supposed to prove quantum computing.
I can't carry anymore.
So apparently, it's rumored that the chip that, well, the console that Radeon is building for Nintendo is gonna have cloud computing.
With the NX?
Yeah. So basically, a lot of the power from the console is not gonna be local. You know, for anybody that doesn't understand what cloud computing is, it's gonna be done on a server or something remotely, and then just the information is transferred over to your console. Which may be the future. It may be cheaper to invest in cloud computing than making all these individual consoles every so often and make them slightly more powerful than the ones before. But we'll see. I mean, wasn't there all this talk about cloud computing consoles like in the PS3 days already? They were saying that, I can't remember exactly what it was. Wasn't like the Steam box supposed to be that? I can't remember, so don't.
The only thing I heard
don't
was when Xbone was coming out that they were trying to do that, but it didn't work out for them so well.
I don't think the internet is ready. Honestly. I mean, like, especially in the United States, like our average network speed is slower than South Korea. And that's unacceptable by my standards. And I'm just thinking about like latency. Like, imagine how bad the lag would be on day one Call of Duty 17 when that launches, inevitably.
Yeah,
Right.
it's probably still going to be lag. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, and it's going to be worse because it's going to be cloud computed. So the server's going to be lagging. It's going to be lagging to compute your stuff. And then on top of that, there's going to be lag from your input at your house to the server. So it's going to be like unplayable.
Yeah.
Unless networking, the network infrastructure gets much better, like in the next 5 years. Which I don't see it happening with assholes like Comcast.
Well, it's going to take 20 years until Call of Duty 17 comes out, so we got 20 years.
I think you're underestimating Activision and their ability to reskin games and push them out and hype them out.
But they're not going to come out with 2 Modern Warfare games in 1 year.
But aren't we already on like 8? Like the eighth installment or some shit?
Well, we're only on Modern Warfare, what, 4 or something right now?
Yeah, but Modern Warfare 1 was Call of Duty 4. That was already the 4th installment. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say Modern Warfare 20, I said Call of Duty 20.
Then there's Black Ops, then that shit's going to be coming out in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be easier to do that than Battlefield for cloud computing. I think we'd lag so hard in Battlefield.
EA is actually pushing new technologies and stuff. Activision is not really, like, EA is really active in the whole future of VR thing because of all their stuff that they showed at the last E3 with the 16K battlefield and all that shit. It's just that their games are not as popular as Call of Duty, but I think in terms of developers, I like them as a better developer. I mean, they're a perfect example. I always use them as an example of like developers that make things work properly across everything. Consoles, PC, Radeon, Nvidia, everything. They make everything work. If only every game could be built on the Frostbite engine.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Man, because I don't think I'd want a JRPG built on the Frost engine.
You'd have really pretty snow though.
That's about it. So you're saying Star Ocean 5 would have looked better? About it.
That's something.
Or start. Was it 4? I think it was 4. Sorry. 5 haven't come out yet. Yeah, I mean, I like their engines, like the level 5. Those creators, I like them. I think.
What do they do?
Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay.
I like Square's engine. I think they're pretty good for Final Fantasy.
What is that Final Fantasy thing I see on Steam? Return of Light? Is that like a remake or something?
No, the Return of Lightning. That's the 13.2, I think.
3.
Oh, that
It's the
one's
third one.
13.3.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Is it a new game? Or?
No,
It's a port of
Okay.
Final Fantasy that came out on
On console?
consoles.
Okay. I was just wondering.
they say the second and the third one were better than that first one, but
Yeah.
they would have to sell that shit for dirt cheap, like $5 each maybe, and I'd buy it. But
I think I bought the first 2 for like 15 and 20.
well, the first one I bought full price when I got it because I thought it was going to be awesome, but then
Well,
the game is
isn't
so
it like
fucking linear.
$18?
Yeah, they're all coming out at like $20 on
What
Steam.
the fuck? Okay, I didn't even see what killed me that time.
It didn't even say I killed you this time. It says the Goblin Warden killed you.
Okay.
For once,
Um,
I was gonna kill you.
Imagine we were playing Gauntlet. Do you remember we were talking about that game one time? And the game has friendly fire.
oh man, you'd be killing each other just as bad as in Magica.
Yep. Oh, Dylan, did you know that the developers of Magica have a new game? It's like a space shooter.
Space shooter.
Yeah, but it looks like it plays like Magica. Like it's top down, just like this. Well, not top down. What is this view called?
Asymmetric.
Yeah, it has that view, but you're just like space cadets shooting stuff.
I think I told you about it. Helldivers.
Yes, that's it. It has good reviews.
Yeah. It was only for PS4.
No, it's on Steam.
It is not
It is
on
on Steam.
Steam. I'm gonna have to look that up after this.
I saw it on Steam.
Stop lying, Jameer. It doesn't become you.
I didn't see it anywhere else.
What's it called?
Helldivers.
Helldivers?
Helldivers.
Yes, it's on Steam for $20.
Booyah!
Oh my god. It's our next game, boys.
Oh my god. Let's wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah,
Because we already have Left 4 Dead and we're still hoping to play Diablo. And we're still waiting on you guys to play Borderlands. So we got games.
Well, we are gonna play Deep 3. It's just
Yeah.
Whenever they decide to put up the next season.
Yeah, I have to check if they started it.
No, they haven't started. I checked like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Because they added a new patch.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a patch.
Added another area, I think.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Everyone left me. Why are you guys so fast?
No, everyone left me, and then I just happened to run into Dylan.
See what you like, bro.
Mm.
Me and my acid rain.